Okay, so when you log into your course, this is what you should see. It's got the course name, MAT 126, Spring 18. If there's any announcements, you can click on that. There are no announcements from your instructor. This is your calendar, okay, as you can see. All right, this is when I made stuff available. Now, you will see nothing due until the 16th, which is your pretest. So this is one of many ways you have to keep up with your course and due dates, okay? Here's the next way, okay? Now, I've done a couple sample things already, so that's why I don't have the same stuff you'll see on yours, but that's okay. What to work on next? Pretest. And then you've got more due dates here for your work, okay? You can even view all assignments, but there's other ways to get there. All right, this will also display your grade at any time and your submission progress. Very important, before you start doing anything, run the browser check. Also, when using my math lab, do not use Internet Explorer. It doesn't always run well on Internet Explorer. There's kinks and things that don't load up correctly. So use either Mozilla, Safari probably is fine, or Chrome. Okay, so do not use Internet Explorer. So this is what you'll see in your homepage. Now, you've already been to the start here because you're watching the videos. Syllabus. I'm going to kind of go over a few things on the syllabus. Here's the contact information. Email is my preferred form of contact. Office hours. Phone. So if you need to see me, just drop by. If you're local, you're just like any of my other students. Drop in for tutoring, or if you have questions. If you can't make these times, email me and we'll try to find another time that's available to you. Okay? Or just shoot me an email within the class. All right, I'm not going to kind of go through a lot of this stuff here. You know, you need a calculator, especially for when you go have it proctored. They're not going to let you use your phone. And you have to have reliable internet service. The textbook is online. You do not need a hard copy. It may be hard to find if you wanted a hard copy, but you know, that's the name of it right there. Class policies. The only thing you need to remember right now is to take that pretest by January 16th. Don't do it on January 16th. I mean, just do something before then, okay? Here are your breakdown homework, 10% of your grade. Quizzes are 10% of your grade. Read through this. I mean, homework can be improved upon and take in as many times as you want. Now, there are due dates, but you can work your homework after the due date, okay? Supplemental instruction applies mainly to quizzes. You get 3 attempts. If you want to take the 3rd attempt, you had to have made at least 80 on one of the other quizzes. If not, you have to do the supplemental instruction and earn an 80. Okay, so if you forget this, which you will, because I do, just print it and go back and look at it. Okay, because I'm old, as you saw in the first video, but that's my excuse. So you all young people, you got to remember stuff. So print this thing, okay, and keep it handy. Tests, we've got 4. 3, and then the final. The final must be proctored. Okay, right here, final exam must be proctored. I do allow 1 retake for technical difficulties, except on the final, because you should be either taking that at a campus or at home if you have a webcam using ProctorU. So, you know, someone will let me know if you're having issues with the computers. I review all exams, so no need to email me in panic mode. Many of your mistakes will be from rounding. So practice rounding, or if you forgot how to round, you know, I might post a quick little rounding video, because it is a shame, you know, that you miss points because of rounding. So try to remember how to round. If not, I will post something. You can read through the My Math Lab, time expectations. Once you click on a test, they're going to, time starts. Okay, you can't turn off and come back and still get the full 2 hours. Also, exams cut off at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So if you want the full 2 hours, you must start by 10 o'clock Eastern time. If not, it's going to cut off on you, okay? Because midnight starts a new day. Y'all think I'm being sarcastic, and I kind of am in a way, but you know, sometimes we don't realize these things, okay? You think it's still Friday when it's Saturday at midnight. So, that's the way that things work, okay? Late work, anything that's late is subject to 10% penalty. Makeup, I allow one extension if you miss a test, okay? And there's the breakdown of your grade. That quizzes should not be there. That should be just homework, and then quizzes are 10%, okay? There's your withdrawal policy. We have other policies. If you want to click on the link, you can go check that out. Accommodations and competencies, okay? So that's your syllabus. So print it. That's your contract. Instructor information. That is me. I'm kind of proud of myself. I kind of almost look the same, and that picture has got to be 7 years old. So, I'm prematurely gray, but I've maintained my fatness, so I'm okay. No, I'm just joking. Those chins are looking good there. Anyway, so I'm just joking around with myself. There is my contact info. Again, email is the best way, and I am really good, I will say that, about responding to emails. If anybody's taken me before, if you know anybody and they've emailed me, they'll tell you that. The only thing I do require is minimum 24 hours. Give me at least 24 hours. Now, weekends, if you email me Saturday, I may not get back to you till Monday because it is the weekend. But I'm pretty good on weekends as well, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. But during the week, I guarantee I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. I check my email all the time. I respond, so that's true. But don't email me at midnight and get mad because I don't respond back to you at 1 a.m., okay? I'm sleeping, all right? So try to be a little courteous and, patient, okay? Patience. All right, here's the information about your proctored final exam. So as I mentioned in my intro video, do your own work, okay? Practice. Take tests without using your book and notes because, you don't get to use your book on the final. You don't get to use all your resources on the final. So prepare yourself for the test, for the final, by weaning yourself off of all your help. So you do get to use notes on the final, okay? You get to use one page front and back. So, try to maybe take the test in the same mindset. Don't have, 6 pages of stuff thrown out there because you don't get that on the final. So your whole goal here is to prepare yourself to pass that final. I know that sounds crazy, but in a way, that's what it is. You can do all the work you want, but if you fail that final, it's all for nothing. So you must prepare yourself, okay? So you can read through this when it comes time to proctoring, but there are ways you can proctor at your local campus or at home, okay? And then we will return to this later, but just know that the information you need more than likely is located along this left side of the page, okay? You've got your due dates, okay? This is one of about, 2 or 3 different ways to find out when things are due. Here it is. Once again, I have mentioned that you must get a proctor for the final and you must pass the final. And why am I saying that? Because I'll have 3 or 4 or 5 students claim they never heard of this before, okay? Oh, I didn't know we had to get a proctor. I didn't know we had to pass the final. All right, so I am really hammering it home. So I apologize if I'm being over the top, but that's the way it is. Tutoring is probably not updated yet, but there is a link to it. So see, that's what happened there. So once it gets updated, I will put it in there. Class notes and videos. You'll notice when we go look at your homework that this is the name of your first assignment, second assignment, third assignment, so on and so forth. So for each assignment, there are normally 1, 2, 3, 4 videos and oftentimes documents, okay, of examples. So you've got lectures you can watch. Some of the videos are my videos. Some of the videos are other people's videos. I've converted many of these to YouTube to make them easier to open, but every once in a while you'll come across one that may not be converted. Like, see this one here. I converted, this is the same video, but I converted one to YouTube because this one was having troubles opening. Okay. But it works fine on my computer. All right. So I don't know what happens, but if things don't open, you can always right click and then save it and then open it from your desktop or something. Okay. So you've got lots of those, all right, and they go right with the homework. So as you see, scientific notation, linear equations, rational, so on and so forth. Another location of how you know when things are due, right here. Now, this is showing your homework. You can either go to quizzes and exams to access your quizzes and exams, or, and maybe I shouldn't do this, but I am. You can just click up here and do all assignments and it gets everything right in order. So if I'm you, I take my pretest, then I work scientific notation and units. Watch the video if I have to. Okay. Move on to the next one. Go right in order until you get to the first test. That's how you pace yourself. Okay. So right now I'm looking, all right, my test I think is due February 13th. Okay, so I know I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items in roughly 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, that's about 4 weeks. So I do 2 to 3 items a week, and I'm pacing myself. Okay. All right, so that's one way you can do it. Just go through there, but you can do either one. Probably I would just go through the homework and just click on all assignments. That's probably what I would do. That's what I would do. That'd be my guess. Okay. Down here at the study plan, this is something that's kind of like if you want more practice, you can go into the study plan. You can choose, which chapter to work it from. The problem is, we don't do everything in chapter 1. We don't do everything in chapter 4. So you've got to specifically find the correct section number. So it's probably better just to rework your homework. Your grade book contains obviously your grades, your progress. Right here, I've clicked on a few items. Okay, so if I look at my linear equations, I've gotten none right out of 16, but I can review and I can go back in and work stuff I want to work on. Okay, but if I review it, I'm not working it. So here is where I just go back and look at it. So if I want to actually work it, I go to the homework. I go to my linear equations, and I'm the teacher, so I can work this before I do the pretest, but you got to do the pretest first. And so now changes made here will affect your score. So see, I can go to that one I missed and I can redo it. Okay. But while I'm in here, let me show you some items that on what you can do. See up here is question help. So if you're stuck on a problem, you click this box. There's help me solve this. There's view an example. There's the textbook link that'll take you to the textbook and the ask my instructor. So this comes to me. You can type in the box what you're struggling with, send it to me, and I'll do my best to help you over email. Okay. Not every question has all of these available, but mostly all of them have the Ask My Instructor. Okay. Or you can print it, take it to a tutor. Okay. So make good use of that. Make good use of that. How do I drop the class? Hopefully you don't need to do that, but here are your instructions for dropping. Chapter contents, this is your ebook. But again, as you're working homework, oftentimes there's links to it. If you start trying to find stuff, it might be difficult because we do jump around quite a bit in the book. But that is your e-text. Your multimedia library, there are more videos that are created from the author. So you might be able to find them if you go through the chapter, and if we're doing trigonometry and you want a video, you can find it now. There's another video. So there's stuff I made, other people made, and the author. And that's really about it. I don't do discussions, course tools. There's your email if you need to email me or someone else in class, I guess. But that's really it. Okay. So I think I've covered just about everything. I know I go fast through it, but it's tough, man. If I were you, I couldn't sit there and listen to an hour video or watch an hour video. So I try to highlight stuff, move through quickly. I do send out videos periodically, maybe talking about tests or what's coming up. But, just make sure you check that email. That's the biggest thing in the world that I have issues with is people do not read their email, or some of my emails might go to your junk folder. Make sure you check that. I usually send stuff out every week. So if you're not getting emails from me every week, check your junk folder because something important you could be missing. How else am I supposed to communicate with you if you don't check your email? Okay. It never fails. Like I said, 3 or 4 people don't check email, and then they're shocked when they hear about all these policies. So please check that email. Make sure the email account that's linked with when you signed up for my math lab is the one you're checking. Okay, so that's about it. Again, don't wait too long to get to work. And if you do what you're supposed to do, you'll be successful. Trust me on that one. I think you'll do fine.